Hello everyone, Anthony here from Windybeard. This is video 4 in the series that follows me and what I do and my work. And in this video I'll be talking mostly about Geo's release on Steam. So Geo is now available on Steam, my website and a few other storefronts. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about what that was like releasing it, some of the issues I've had and some other interesting points about the release of Geo. I'll also briefly talk about Dreamstones, and the video you're watching is me designing a piece of art for that game. So far it's been successful. I'm quite pleased with how it's going. Everyone seems to be enjoying it. I've had some great discussions with people on Twitter and Facebook and on the Steam forums. It's been good fun so far. Everyone seems in good spirits and everyone's enjoying the game, which is great. It's really interesting as a developer to interact with people who are actually playing your game, especially when you don't know them at all. I would call them customers, I suppose. So that's really cool to sort of get feedback and discuss the actual game, and I'm helping people out who are asking questions about what they should do with this item or where they should go next, and that's great fun. Really enjoying that. I've got to say though, yesterday, which was the launch day, was an extremely tough day. That was a very, very long day for me. Got to the end of the day, I literally couldn't even see the screen. My eyes were that blurry from reading emails and doing all the Steam back office stuff. It was a good day, very exciting, but it was tough, very, very tough. But that's what releasing a game is, especially considering I'm on my own doing this. It's a lot of work for one person. But like I said, it's good fun. I love doing it, and it's great to have people enjoy the game. It makes it all worthwhile. So that's awesome. When I had a bit of an issue yesterday with the soundtrack DLC, so I've uploaded the soundtrack to Steam also, which can be purchased. It's a great soundtrack. I suggest you check it out. But the Steam back office stuff is actually really quite complicated. Uploading a game, etc., is not too difficult. It's fairly straightforward, but I didn't realise just how complicated uploading DLC was. I thought it was a case of upload it, link it to your game, and Bob's your uncle, everyone's happy. But it's far from that simple. So there was an issue there. Luckily, it got fixed. That's because of some awesome guy on the Steam developer forums walked me through, literally held my hand and walked me through it. This was towards the end of the day when I realised it wasn't working properly, and like I said, I could barely see the screen because of my eyes, and I was so tired, it was mental, but got there in the end, so that's all fixed now. So the guy helped me, is an absolute legend. I can't thank him enough, really. He saved me there. Another thing that's popped up actually, and this was something I did consider when the game was being developed, that the name of the game, Geo, while it's fitting for the actual game itself and as a title for a video game, I think it's quite good. However, the issues that are cropping up is it's obviously, if you was to type Geo into Google, there are a lot of things that come up. There's a huge Bangladeshi TV channel called Geo, so that's coming up, and that's got a massive fan base. So that's not causing me issues, but it's an interesting point, and it's something I will learn from. Also, if you type into YouTube Geo, you get a ton of videos about the Neo Geo, which, for anyone who doesn't know what that is, it's a famous console from back in the day. They're also, they're famous for a lot of great games. So I'm sort of fighting with them for spots on the list. But it is what it is, and if people are going to be searching for Geo, they'll be searching for Geo the video game, and they will find it. But that's an interesting point I thought I'd raise. I've also launched a quick challenge. I say quick, but it's a challenge on Steam. So the first 3 people to achieve rank 1, division 1 inside Geo's ranking system, I will gift them a soundtrack DLC. So just a bit of fun. But anyone out there who is playing Geo and is listening to this video, get on it, because there is a free DLC in it for you. If you can prove to me, one of the first 3 people to do it, I'll give you a DLC. So that's a bit of fun. See who manages to make it there. Another interesting thing is, any developers listening, they'll surely understand this, and for anyone out there who's just interested in game development, what happened to me last night and yesterday was an absolute flood of emails. This was to be expected. I had the same thing when I released my first game, Sweezy Gunner, but the level in which these emails are coming in is different. We're talking, it's sky high. Most of the emails are asking for keys, so a free copy of Geo for press purposes, which sounds great. You know, if I've got 200-300 press outlets all asking for a copy of my game to review and to preview, that's awesome. However, when you actually look into these emails, and I have discussed this with other developers, a vast majority of these emails are fake. They're scammers trying to get free copies, and it's not cool. You know, it's the amount of work it's taken me to sift through these to try and figure out what's going on and which ones are genuine. It's actually really difficult, and it's sad. It's sad the volume of change from when I released Sweezy to this point now, and just how many people are trying to scam developers out of free copies of their game. It's hilarious. You know, I've received emails asking me for thousands of copies of my game. I've had people saying, "Oh, I'd love to review your game. Please send me 10 copies of your game for me to review." So, and I'm sending back a polite email saying, not a problem. If you can verify who you are by either mailing me internally through YouTube to my YouTube channel, then I'll send you the key if you can prove you're the owner of that channel. And also, I can issue you one key for a review. If you can explain to me why you need 9 more copies of my game for free, then we'll talk business. But what some of them are trying to do is A, receive free keys to sell, B, receive a review key to do a video, but the rest of the keys are used to give away to their viewers, which is it's just fine. It's a giveaway and it helps them build customers. But to sort of hold it over me that you won't do a video of my game unless I give you a ton of free copies, you're essentially asking me for a load of money so that you can play my game, and it's not cool. If you want to review my game, crack on. I'm happy to give you a key, and I have done to a lot of people. But it's just an interesting point that how dark it's got, in this world. But hey, it is what it is. There's chances everywhere, and why should game development be any different? I suppose. But just to be clear, there's a lot of genuine, good reviewers and YouTubers and Twitch streamers out there, and and they're awesome, and I'm happy to give these people keys. It's some of these unscrupulous bottom feeders, that have been flooding my inbox. And you can tell them apart quite easily because they link to a website they clearly don't own, or they'll link to a website that's got nothing on it, apart from a static picture of a video game. And then the email's asking me for 50 keys because they'll sell 100 million if I was to send them that key. And it's quite sad, really. It really is. But that's the world, isn't it? That's the world we live in. But anyone out there who does want to review it, anyone out there who does want to stream it, let me know, and I'm all in. And I'll try and swing by any stream as well and have a chat or whatever you want. It's all good fun in the end. Just let me know. But if you're a dodgy scammer, then you ain't getting nothing out of me. And other than that, video you're watching now, that's me designing an asset for Dreamstones, which is a new game I'm working on. So it's like a tile, so it builds up the landform. So I'm designing tons of these, all different styles. Some have got like ponds on them, some are like made entirely of mud with stones, others have got paths, and they all sort of mesh together to make a floating island on which the blocks appear. And then you smash the blocks, and this is all floating above like different backgrounds of the sky and stuff like that. So it's looking nice. And there it is. That's video number 4. Thanks for stopping by and listening to this video and watching. If you've liked what you've seen here, hit the subscribe button. I'll do another video soon. Any questions about Geo or Sweezy Gunner or Dreamstones, let me know and I'll get back to you. And check out Geo Now on Steam. Thank you very much for listening. I'll catch you soon.